Week 12 of the 2024 season. And we'll get to see the Eagles' field stretching tight end. He's putting together one of the better seasons in league history. It's the Eagles and the Saints, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 23.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the New Orleans Saints and with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. The beat goes on, doesn't it? And we are underway from Houston. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And there's a lot of good to watch in the game last week. He threw 4 touchdown passes. A little bit of concern throwing the 2 interceptions.
Yeah, and the 2 pick.
Yeah, you want the ratio really to be closer to 3-1 as opposed to the 2-1 that he had. But it is something to build on. They did get the win, didn't they?
Yep. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. Quick throw knocked away. And incomplete.
When you get hurt against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to it, right? They've got a double cover every chance they get.
I think that's what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat him.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. There he goes. Smith with a nice rush to get him down. And the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's when you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Throwing is Hurts. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And oh, it'll be intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Saints are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get him next time out.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 23 carries, 92 yards.
After the last game, they have plenty of reason to be confident in their running game. And even though they're facing a top 10 defense, they're not going to shy away from doing what they do best. Make them adjust to them. Make them stop what they do before they go to any type of a change-up.
And this will wind up with Saints 1st down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line. Again, it's Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They run straight ahead with Snell. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35. In search of 8 yards here as they look to convert the first down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's going to get the first down. And saying he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it will be Eagles football 1st and 10. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown. A big play there. His 25th touchdown. Tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Eagles will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big stroke like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. They'll start out here with a jet sweep, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, the offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Here comes the Saints punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. He'll take it at the 42. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. So here are the Eagles to take over. They've got the lead yet again in this ball game with their winning streak right now sitting at 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Going up top. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. A huge play there for Houston. 53 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. They're going to run this with a tight end. And he's in. Touchdown. Eagles. A great effort there. His first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Hardly any time taken off the clock there. 2 plays, and they find the end zone for 6 points. after the touchdown. McPherson on to kick this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll run with Snell to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Back to the ground. This time Cook. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. They'll come to the line here, needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Oh, he brings it in off the deflection. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. On the handoff, it's Snell. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. And that is caught. It's Davis. Touchdown, New Orleans. Gabriel Davis, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints are back within a score. Eddie Pinheiro down for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Gabriel Davis. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Taken in at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Houston set to take over. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today. Right. So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. Hurts sets up to throw it. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll try the right side here. Barkley And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And the Eagles are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the one.
You have to be saying to himself, how does that not have a touchdown? Remember, you just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
The carry here for the big tight end. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up and they're still down double digits. So you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. They'll look to throw here. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. This offense on third down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw here. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Jet sweep. Here's Olave. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out the backfield. He got ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage. And that throw had no shot.
Back to throw. Over the middle, he's got Chenault. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Down at the 45. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
On first down, Hurts. Over the middle, complete. It's Davidson. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up 2nd down. Hurts. He finds his man, complete. That's Davidson. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 35. Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Davidson. They'll look to throw again. And that's going to be caught. Eagles touchdown. From 8 yards out. And the Eagles take a 3-touchdown lead.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. And racing going 3 wide is a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The New Orleans offense set to take over. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get that for the sack. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began. Thanks to a great defensive effort. Sacked on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Here's Snell on 3rd down. And he'll get this one across the 20-yard line to the 21. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That's taken it around the 40. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final done.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles continue to pull away here in this first half. McPherson now for the extra point. He's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy two-play drive that time. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And the Saints going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Back to throw now on first down. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward... They'll look to throw now on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Multiple defenders in there to bring him down as this quarter comes to an end. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
To throw again on second down. Hurts. He's going to go up top again. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. 78 yards. And the Eagles come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point by McPherson. McPherson up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. Starting the drive with Snell. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The loss of the full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Now back to throw. And bringing it in, it's Davis. Touchdown, Saints. Gabriel Davis with his second touchdown. And the Saints are able to at least get one score back. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone.
Taken in at the 3. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive. Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Wide open is Watkins. He's got him.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Davidson. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown, Eagles. It's McPherson. His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Eagles have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down.
Well, a lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little bit...
Eagle pressure, too much this time. There he goes.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. It's forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. Oh, had his hands on it. Couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here comes the Saints punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. That's pulled in at the 32. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles, and I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the 3rd quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field.
He's got it with the 15. Touchdown. Quez Watkins, 60 yards.
And the Eagles get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guy's covering, take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by him. And once he's by him, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right?
In that case, he left me a long time ago.
Come on now.
Trust me.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Now this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
That's complete to the tight end, Warner.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 27-yard line. Back to throw again. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
He'll look to throw.
And that almost their first INT of the ballgame. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he can't. comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And that will line up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and they will remain well behind.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run. And that last throw puts him over 5,000 yards passing now on the season already. Some rarefied air with numbers like that.
Well, don't keep the oxygen just for yourself. Pass some over to me, my friend, because given the fact he still has a number of games remaining on the schedule.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. 34 yards. And the Eagles will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Now, we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Now the Saints coming back out, ready to go for this next drive. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then tonight and see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll look to throw here on first down. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Eagles have recovered. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Saints coming out now to take the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Eluding the pressure, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Doing what he does best with a sack.
Part of my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front seven today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
2nd and 15. He tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Yet another mistake after the interception there. Guys, you look up at the scoreboard, and they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the...
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. From 17 yards out. And the Eagles have 11-0 in their sights as they add on to their lead. Well, they just continue to roll. And Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like this in all the rest of their games.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Steps, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Barely by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Well, I wish this staff luck as they try to find positives about this performance by the offense as we move to the early part of the fourth quarter. That sack, the latest example. Down by a boatload, this offense simply can't keep up, and the quarterback is still taking hits. I'd get the backups in there if it were me.
This is Chenault on the receiving end. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. The Saints on third down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw here. Got an open man. It's Olave. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That goes as a gain of 37 on 3rd down. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks.
Touchdown, Saints. Robert Woods. His first. And the Saints get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Piñeiro's extra point up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. This taken in at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
So, Charles, you talk about this offense, how well they played. I mean, the defense, too, really. But they're sitting at 10-0 now on the year. 4-0, 5-0, that's nice. But once you start hitting double digits with these wins and no losses, I think the seriousness of the situation, it just has to ramp up.
Yeah, when you do say 10-0, it can't scare you as a team. Just think about it this way. For most of the year, they've been playing to win their division and get to the playoffs. Now the playoffs are just about a foregone conclusion. So now they have to down-focus their thoughts about getting home field advantage and finishing unbeaten, and they need to make sure they keep it in that order.
Looking right side, and he's got a man. That's Davidson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles extend this fourth-quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11.
Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful in this one. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I'd probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And not much happening on the return as they'll get this to about the 23.
Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Darius Slay with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead. And it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them, play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT in return for 6.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
How does the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here?
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but The self-inflicted wounds. They've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time now? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he is going to have a Saints first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Hassan Reddick in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. So it's Saints football as we get you reset, and some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Now back to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded at about the 28. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. That one looks like he'll throw here. Throw left side complete. That's Davidson. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Hurts. He finds his man, complete. It's Davidson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll drop to throw. Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Now they got to get to the line quickly. They'll set up to throw. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. to throw now on first down. Pressure comes, and down he goes. And a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they get to him again. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He completes it to Olave. And he's going to be taken down at the 33. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the home team here, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they'll have another home date next week as the Cincinnati Bengals come to town. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8.